Flooded the face, mad at the race, got a new house and limited space. It was just hard, now my life great. Now that I'm gonna do what I say. Yeah, I'm back again. And as y'all can see, I got an Eternal Take drip on right now. I bought this secondhand, and it came. I don't know if the camera will be able to see. You see all these black bubbly bits? Yeah, me too. Me too. That they don't come out in the wash. So I got hashtag scammed, basically. Ooh. Okay. Back in the day, about 10 days ago, when I Am Music dropped, obviously we got 2 new It's the Uzi Barrett features. And they were both fire. Okay. The one that he's called his own, I think is Twin Trim. That's hard. Like, she can suck my dick, I tell her she can suck my nuts. Or something like that. Yeah, that was so hard. The other one was like, pink tape, pink tape, pink tape. That one was pretty good too. It was pretty good too, to be fair. It wasn't my favourite out of Uzi or Carti's catalogue, but, you know, as you can see, we've got pink tape here. Because the production value was going crazy. I mean, look, we're talking about pink tape, and it's right here. This response from Uzi, the response the community has had to Uzi has been incredible. Everyone's just been like, oh my god, this shit's fire, he's back. And seeing Uzi and Carti back together, it's like, you know, we ain't seen that since what? Like 7 years ago. So it's great, it's incredible, I love to see it. He's my GOAT. He is now my GOAT. Now that, yeah, he's fallen off the deep end far too much, he is now my GOAT. Okay, and he was always second. I always had him over Carti. And to be completely honest, nothing's going to change. I think that's always going to be the case. However, some of y'all did treat pink tape way too harshly. Because I remember being in the trenches. I remember the night it come out. Well, okay, so obviously because I'm UK, this shit comes out, what, like Friday, 4 a.m. 4 or 5 a.m. sometimes. And I was at a house party with all my boys, and we were all trying to go to sleep, but then it got to about 4 a.m. and then me and my boy Spencer, we was like trying to listen to it, and I think I got, it goes Flood the Face, then Suicide Doors. I got halfway through Suicide Doors and everyone was like, just shut the fuck up, like, can we just go to sleep? So I was like, okay, bet. Bearing in mind, I was a bit waved, so apologies. But then we woke up the next day and we were listening to that shit, and like, basically, like, I don't know about everyone, but the majority of people in my friend group just thought it was shit. They just thought that shit was buns. I was the complete opposite. I loved it. It was so good to me. I remember at the time I was really, really hung up on my ex as well. And about a week later, she texted me about something. I can't remember what it was. I remember I was on the bus to go to a piercing place to get my piercing sorted because it was all like infected and like, ugh, like yuck. And she was like, oh my god, pink tape's so good. And I went to her like, yeah, well, if we were still together, then you would have known because I would have put you on day one. But that's none of my business. That's none of my business. And that's okay because I don't care anymore. This was obviously Pink Tape 2023. It don't matter. Turned to a savage, Parker got fatter, she got me daddy. And then everyone just started hating on it out of nowhere. Out of pocket. And I was like, damn, like, this is crazy. Like, Uzi might genuinely have one of the worst fan bases for this. Because they hate on everything until it's not what's going on anymore, and then they love it. I mean, look, y'all remember 2018? The time in between Love is Rage 2 and Eternal Take. Everyone was like, oh, we missed... I remember Eternal Take was loved when it came out. That is true. But I do also remember a lot of people, especially on Twitter, saying, we want the old Uzi back. We want the old Uzi back. And that was looking for 2016 Uzi, because that's what everyone was hung up on. Still to this day, that's what everyone's hung up on, is 2016 Uzi, Perfect Love Tape, and Uzi Vert vs. the World 1. You could chuck Love is Rage 1 in there as well. Understandable, okay? It's peak music. But if he was to just be the same artist and have the same artistic vision now compared to then, he would be like Trippie Redd. Like, let's actually be so for real right now. He would have fallen off like Trippie Redd. You would have. I hate Trippie Redd, bro. I used to follow his music like 2018, 2019, 2020. But now he's just like, he's so corny. I remember he came back as soon as I Am Music dropped and he was like, oh, this shit's weak. But he wasn't talking about I Am Music. He was like being ambiguous. I'm like, just shut the fuck up. You ain't had a good album in 4 years. Let's be so for real right now. And you got carried. And guess who was one of the people that carried you? Lil Uzi Vert on Holy Smokes. Holy fucking smokes, I got my money up. Carrying all these bands took me a while just to get running up. I did just sing Trippie's bit, but whatever. Oh, what does he say? It's crazy. He says like, all this damn dick, fill her tummy up. But it sounds like he's saying, all this damn dick, fill my tummy up. Yeah! Oh, man. Oh, fucking, I just love Uzi, bro. Like, I don't even know. But, okay, obviously, I ain't got nothing up right now. I got no notes. I'm kind of just doing this off the cuff. Excuse-moi. I'm thinking about Pink Tape, and I'm looking at the track list in my head now, and okay, it's bloated, it is long. Let's be so for real. There's a couple songs that did not need to be on there. You could have, I understand for storytelling purposes, you could have got rid of Rehab. You definitely didn't need CS on there. I mean, I like Mama, I'm Sorry, but you probably could have been shot at that. What else? A lot of people don't like the rock songs, like The End and Werewolf. I really like them. No, I don't really listen to them much anymore. They didn't have the greatest of replay value, to be completely honest. But they did put me onto Baby Metal. I love Baby Metal, so thank you, gang. The song with the Snow Strippers, Fire Alarm, really good. Flood the Face, Amped Up, what's that song called? I literally just said it like 5 minutes ago. So I Flood the Face, and then it goes into oh, you know what? Track 2. I can't remember what the name is. This is gonna bug me. Zoom, Sade, Pluto. Oh my goodness, Pluto to Mars might genuinely be one of Uzi's best songs. I'm being so for real right now. That might genuinely be one of his best songs. I put my hands up. I'm guilty. I'm guilty as charged, okay? Damn. Oh, man, that album, bro. And the tour, I didn't get to go to the tour because he didn't do none in the UK, unfortunately. But what I love most about watching the tour is the set design was great, but like he was doing that thing that like Taylor Swift started doing. She low key kind of hit his swag, where like they'd play like a surprise song at the end of the night, and it would sometimes like I think he had like Scott and Ramona, Team Rocket. Sometimes he do Buy It as well. Like that's crazy. Like seeing Buy It live would be mental. I need to see Uzi live again at some point. I've seen him twice now. I need to see him again. Because I haven't seen him since Pink Tape has been out. Or Eternal Take 2. We can get onto that another time. Because me personally, I really enjoyed Eternal Take 2. I think y'all are blowing it out way out of proportion how bad it is. And then people talk about sales. Yo, I don't give a shit about sales. Trippie Redd. See, I don't even know why I said that. I was just trying to think of something to discredit and make him look shit, like about Trippie Redd, because I just don't like him. But that didn't really work out, because Trippie Redd don't really get sales like that anymore, so... I mean, look, he was getting washed allegations at Pink Tape, and then he was getting super washed allegations at EA2. But now, with the stuff on I Am Music, and a lot of the leaks, because I think literally the same week that Music come out, he had like 100 songs leak. So, people were sort of, you know, coming back to it like, yeah, okay, maybe he's back. But I'm saying he never left. I'm saying he never left. I said that 3 times for the dramatic effect. 1, 2, 3, 4, And bar ASAP Rocky and bar Prime Ye. Ooh, actually, is he more? I think he's got more swag than Carti, because that's just me personally. Like, I think the reason why I prefer Uzi over Carti is because I can see more of myself in Uzi, which is really weird because obviously we're completely different people. But okay, let's say for example, if I could beat Uzi or Carti, I would beat Uzi. I feel like, I'm not saying that Carti isn't genuine, but he definitely was not for a good couple of years. Let's be for real. Like, when he was gone, he was whatever. But I feel like Uzi's someone that I can definitely like connect to, and I definitely connect to his music more, and I can appreciate both as goats, because we've been through this before. I've made a video on this and how I think Uzi washes, so I'm not gonna go over that again. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. Long story short, do you know, if you didn't like Pink Tape, give it another go, or at least listen to like Planet Mars. Come on now. Because that song's just peak. I appreciate him for trying something new. Whether it worked or not, you know, that's up for you to decide as the listener. I personally think for the most part it did. But at the end of the day, what's my opinion? What's my opinion? Because if you don't like the music, you don't like the music. And that's all there is to it. There's nothing I can say that's ever going to change your opinion. If you don't like it, you don't like it. That's all there is to it. And when you finish that, maybe go listen to Eternal Take 2. Because he has some I think the whole album's underrated because everyone just thinks it's shit. When it's not. Yes, it is his weakest album. I'm going to be so for real. It is his weakest album. I'm not going to say worst, because worst has a very bad connotation. Even though weakest is still a bit of a bad connotation. Like, I don't think he has a bad project. I just think it's, you know, it's definitely not the best. But it's still good. Still pretty good. Still got some good songs on it, like Perky Sex, Lightyear, Space High, Big Time Rush. One where he's like, you're not Big Time Rush, we're Big Time Rush. We're Lil Uzi. Okay, well, that wasn't very long story short, was it? That was more of like a mid story short. Except it wasn't mid, because it was incredible and you guys really enjoyed every second of it. And because of that, you're going to leave a like, and you're going to subscribe, and you're going to turn on notification. Bell on. Bell end. Yeah, and comment something, because on 4s, that's fantastic. On 4. Alright, let me give you a double 4. Isn't she lovely? 21 minutes until I got sweat and I go, I'm gonna slaughter it. Goodbye, chat.